Hello and welcome. This is Mr. Andrews here as we are looking to read together our one book for our one school this year. This year we're going to be looking at the adventures of Zoey and Sassafras, Dragons and Marshmallows. Each night I will be posting a video as we read through our book and going on these fun adventures together.
Chapter 1. Bug Circus. What is it, Sassafras? I crouched down and ruffled my cat's fluffy fur. He was trying to flip over a heavy, mossy rock with his paws. Something good was definitely under there. I gently tipped the rock over on its side. Yes! I clapped my hands together. This rock was hiding a treasure. 1 billion roly-poly bugs. Okay, maybe not 1 billion. But at least 20. Sassafras took a step forward. Meow. No, don't eat the bugs. That's gross. My cat loves bugs as much as I do, but we love them for different reasons. I love to play with them. He loves to eat them. Now, I just needed to think of something super amazing to do with the roly-polies. I held out my hand, and its tiny feet tickled as it walked. Sassafras trotted over to my pile of stuff and pawed at my thinking goggles. Ooh, good idea, I said as I put them on my head. Most scientists wore goggles over their eyes, and I do too when I need to keep my eyes safe. But when I need to think of brilliant ideas, I wear my thinking goggles on top of my head. That way, they're closer to my brain. The roly-poly on my hand walked across the bridge I'd made by touching the tip of my 2 pointer fingers together. I've got it! Let's make a bug circus. I bent some thin twigs into hoops for the bug to crawl through. Then I set up some small, round rocks for them to balance on. Next, I tied some grass on either end of the flat piece of the bark to make a swing that I held low to the ground, in case any of the performers fell. My favorite part was a tightrope I made by balancing a long twig between 2 flat rocks. One of the biggest roly-polies crawled up to the twig tightrope. I got down on my elbows in the soft grass to cheer them on. Come on, little buggy, you can do it. Almost. Almost. No, he tumbled onto the grass, and then another one followed. The bigger roly-polies were having too much trouble. I carefully plucked the smallest of the roly-polies from the ground. Okay, little guys, you might be the smallest, but I think you can do this. Show me what you've got. I've placed the tiny roly-poly on one end of the twig. As he crawled along, I held my breath and didn't let it out until he was across. He made it! I jumped up, cheered, and looked around for my mom. Then I remembered she was inside packing. I was so used to her being out here with me. Mom is gonna love this. Let's get her, Sassafras. Come on. I glanced over my shoulder, just in time to catch Sassafras creeping toward my circus performers. No way, kitty. You're coming with me. I do not trust you out here with my bugs. My new little friends are not snacks. Sassafras gave me a stinky look, but he gave in and followed me. As we got close to the house, I spotted my mom in the window, but she wasn't looking at us. She was looking at our old barn and holding up a photo. Chapter 2. The Mystery Photo. Sassafras and I burst into my mom's office. She jumped and quickly hid the photo under a pile of papers before smiling at us. Mom, Sassafras found 1 billion roly-polies under a rock in our yard, and I wasn't sure what to do with them. But then I used my thinking goggles, and we made a circus with a tightrope and everything. Can you come see, please? That sounds wonderful, Zoey. I'm almost finished getting ready for this trip. Give me a few more minutes. I shrugged and leaned on her desk. While Sassafras wove through my legs, I was trying to act like I didn't mind her leaving for a trip, but maybe I felt a little nervous about not seeing her for a whole week. I was also curious about the photo she'd stashed away so quickly. As she packed, I poked at her papers and scooted them around. Whoa! What was that? A purple glow came from under the pile of papers. I pushed the top papers aside and gasped. In the photo was my mom when she was around my age. She was grinning with 2 missing teeth with a purple frog on her head. That was glowing. I almost dropped the photo. My mom glanced over her shoulder. What is it? I held out the photo with a trembling hand. This photo, the frog, it's glowing. How? My mom spun around so fast that some of the papers she was holding fell and scattered on the ground. You see, Pip? Pip. Who was Pip? What on the earth is going on?
Thank you for going on this adventure with me as we work through our book, Zoey and Sassafras, Dragons and Marshmallows. We'll see you next time.